Nigeria has 4 major borders leading to 4 African countries and the Atlantic Ocean. Niger Republic shares border with Nigeria in the north, which is located in Birnin Kuka, Katsina State. Also, the country shares border with Chad in the northeastern part of Borno State. To the southwestern region, Lagos State shares border with Benin Republic, that is semi-border. And to the east, Nigeria shares border with Cameroon, that is in Cross River State. Finally, the Gulf of Guinea and Atlantic Ocean border Nigeria in the south, located in Niger Delta and Lagos State. Nigeria has 84 approved land border control posts, but there are more than 1,400 illegal borders in the country. Now to our focus segment. Joining us in the studio is Mr. Dixon Osaje, who is a security consultant. Thank you so much for coming on the program.
Nice being here.
It's good to have you again.
Thank you.
Now, we have 1,400 illegal borders in this country. What does that say about our security? What are the implications on our security?
Well, the implication is maximum threat. That is to say, the threat level is on the high side. As you earlier gave the brief, when you look at our borders from the south, we are bordered by Cameroon on about a distance of 1,690 kilometers by road. Then when you go to the north, we are bordered by Chad Republic on 87 kilometers, while by Niger, we are bordered by 1,410 kilometers. When you come to Niger Republic here, Benin Republic here, where we are here in Lagos, we are bordered by Benin Republic on a distance of about 773 kilometers. And when you go to the coast of Guinea, we are bordered about 853 kilometers. Now, this is the problem. These 5 countries that surround us are all Francophone-speaking countries, and Nigeria is the only Anglophone-speaking country. That is a natural threat by its own, and that's what we call a geographical threat. Because when peradventure, if the English and the Britain, if the Britain and the French peradventure goes to war, there's what we call the coalition. Just like what happened in 1803 during the Napoleonic War, where the Britain took up the French, there was coalition. If such happened, the countries that surround all Francophone-speaking countries, they will take start with the Britain, with the Francophone. So we're just taking that, for instance, if peradventure anything goes wrong in this country, that is to tell you that by default we are sitting on a threat on its own. Now, looking at the analysis you gave, on the 1,410 unmanned border, ungoverned border, it's not a good thing. That is where the Nigerian immigration comes to play, because the Nigerian Immigration Service are the primary agency that's supposed to take care of our borders. We have about 8 directorates in the immigration services. Looking at the border management, one of the directorates who are supposed to be in charge of our border security, I think the service is understaffed. As of the last statistics, the Nigerian immigration are about 30,000 personnel. That is not good for our national security. I think the federal government should look at motivating the Nigerian Immigration Service and increasing their manpower. So when you increase the strength of the Nigerian Immigration Services, you will be able to man those 1,410 unmanned or ungoverned spaces. So that's where the threat lies. Now,
what other means can we use to man these borders? Because obviously, I don't think that they're just going to, match up the numbers overnight. So. Okay. We do understand the country where we're in. Things happen gradually from time to time. Are there other means that we can use to man these posts?
Okay, before we apply any means, you saw what happened in America, the Republican and the Democrats not approving the $5 billion requested by President Trump. I will see a situation where our government should invest more money on border security, looking at the analysis we just had on the porosity of our borders. Now, for the meantime, we have what we call the drone. The immigration service should be well equipped, well funded, and more funds should be released to that department, the border management department, for them to have a drone. And when you have drones and you give that to the Nigerian Immigration Service, that is the border management agency, they should be able to have what we call a drone base. Now, from that drone base, they can release any drone to go and carry out a surveillance within enemy given location or any environment that is perceived a threat to our national security. This drone can fly out and fly in, and when we have that base, that is where we're going to have a very effective border security.
Now, tell us more about global practice as regards border security.
Okay, we look at global practice. Like the United Nations Center for Counterterrorism had synergized with some nations, that is the Border Security Institute, in the sense that nations like Nigeria and Cameroon should have a kind of synergy Now, if we have a synergy with Cameroon, we have synergy with Chad Republic, we have synergy with other African nations, then there will be effective border security. And the nation or any given nation will be well bordered. Because why the United Nations are crying for this border security application is to ensure that there is a very good relationship between interstate, so that that interagency relationship will continue to foster stronger and stronger, in the sense that peradventure if there's a threat coming in from Niger Republic, the Niger government should be able to communicate our agency here that they have perceived a threat coming in from the axis of their terrain. Thereafter, they could be able to manage such incidents. So the global practice is relationship between nations.
Now, security is a major challenge right now. So many stories on a daily basis, and I'm wondering if Nigerians understand the gravity of the threat that we're looking at, with regards to these unmanned borders. Because oftentimes, say for instance, they talk about fuel subsidy. People would protest, people would, shout. I'm wondering why we're not seeing Nigerians shout about this. Do we understand how, terrible of a situation we're in with regards to these unmanned borders? Yeah,
that is why our military are really paying the price, and they've really tried for this country. I think I'll give it an applause. Because putting your life on the line to serve your nation is a great service. Looking at your question, the reason why people are not crying peradventure is information or knowledge. Maybe they don't have it at their doorsteps. But for we security professionals, we know the imminent danger that poses to the country. So if Nigeria is supposed to move forward, we're supposed to look into border security extensively, project more funds to the immigration service, because the immigration, and furthermore, I will also recommend to the federal government to establish another agency under the Nigerian Immigration Service, like National Guard or guard officers or protection guard agency that could be able to man our national borders, so that they could be able to contain with any possible threat coming from either any insurgent, any group of people, or from any nearby nations.
And what is the role of the citizens in all of this?
Well, the role of the citizen is always see something and say something. But first of all, for the citizen to come on board, the citizen need to have that trust within the security agency. In a situation whereby, for example, the police agency must be able to up their game, the relationship between them and the citizens. The Nigerian army need to up the game between the relationship between the army and the citizens. In general, all security agencies are supposed to have that close relationship with the citizen. Because if I'm not a friend to you, I can't give you information. If you are not a friend to me, there will be distance and information will not be well managed. So for citizens to play a better role, the security agency must give those citizens confidence that they should trust them.
Very quickly, I know that in America, the wall is a major topic all the time. Do you ever see Nigeria building any such wall? I see Nigeria building a wall in the next 10, 20 years, in the sense that I would advise our President Muhammadu Buhari, to look into border security intensively, and they should pass it into the National Assembly, because if we don't do that, because there's a saying that if you fail to prepare before disaster, when disaster struck, it will be too late to prepare. And that's why we were taken unaware by Boko Haram insurgents, because we were not prepared earlier on. So the presidency should look at a situation whereby they should endeavor to project more funds to border security, building the wall, so that if we have that wall, the threat level will be mitigated. Interesting, a wall in the future. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Dixon Osaje, for joining us. Thank you, nice being here.